Um, I think one of the most shameful things I ever went through was I think being slapped by a female, by a woman. I was 16 years old at the time. I was in high school. We wasn't in school, like we had got out of school, um, like walking home from school. But I was in high school, and I just want to say, I got slapped by a female. Um, I was around some dudes. One of the dudes, make a long story short, I really don't want to get into it, but it's very shameful. But one of the dudes was, in a relationship with her, and uh, he was one of the dudes that I think I talked about him before, the short guy in the clique in the group. And, he would always got to test somebody, like, got to make it seem like he was better than other people, like, because he got girls and I didn't get no girls. But he had a few women on his roster. But long story short, now that I look back, they really didn't. They weren't my friends. They wanted me around them just so that they could have somebody to, laugh at or have somebody to be little, Um, they will make fun of how I look and shit like that, or just certain little shit, or how I ain't got no girls and stuff like that. And I remember this one particular time, I remember the guy kept making, like I said, he used to always bring up the fact that I was the only dude out the clique that didn't get women. So he would try to like make me talk to the girl he fucking with. It was stupid now that I look back at it, but I only went to talking to her about the shit. And I know this may sound dumb, but like I said, this was 16-year-old me. I think it was dumb even at that damn age. I thought it was dumb. Listen at these loud motherfuckers in the background. See what I got to go through every day. uh, I remember I ended up, telling her that I would basically like her to, take my virginity. Basically, I was still a virgin at that time, and she told me like you should lose it to somebody that that you love. Basically like she turned me down, but like she basically told me that I should lose it to people that I love. Like I should lose it to my virginity to a girl that I love, that that we got a connection with, which is true. But it's funny because when we used to walk home from school, the same dude I told you about, she used to stick her hand in my pants to feel like my penis. And she used to do it in front of the dude too. Like stick her hand in my pockets to, I guess, feel my penis. And she's doing it in front of her dude. Like I said, the same dude I'm talking about, she's doing it in front of him. I don't know what she was implying to do. What I mean? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but she was fucking with him. Well, make a long story short, like I said, I was the goofy guy in the clique, I guess you could say. I used to do this little hand gesture, trying to be funny, you know, I guess saying that we should fuck or whatever, just a joke, nothing. Just it made everybody laugh, so I just did it and shit. I used to do it all the time, but didn't really think much of it. Well, one day in particular, um, I was walking with them from school like always, and they was kind of fucking with me. They pushed me on the ground and was making fun of me, how I look and shit, or how I needed to put lotion on that particular day. I ain't really think much of it. This is what they do. Well, we was by her house, and I walked up to the house, to be around them, and went to doing the hand gesture that I was doing, and she slapped me. Yep, she slapped me. Well, I backed up to see what was the problem. Mind you, the whole crew is like shocked, but they're actually like, everybody's laughing at the fact. It's hilarious to them. So, I backed up. I kept asking her, why the fuck did she do that? Because, mind you, I didn't know what was going on. I was confused. And so she slaps me again. I swung at her twice and I missed twice. And she slapped me again in the face. None of my hits, none of my swings connected, but none of my slaps connected. But every slap she swung connected to my face. And like I said, I tried to slap her twice and I missed, and she slapped me again. Like I said, she slapped me 3 times. So eventually, I walk away from it. I walk away from it. So I'm walking down the street. I'm kind of pissed off. So they, the rest of the crew, they still laughing at the fact. And I remember I'm cussing out. I'm calling her a bitch and all that. I'm walking down the street with my book bag and shit. Like, we was in high school then. She was like, "You wasn't saying that shit when you asked me last week to take your virginity." So everybody was like, "Oh, oh." And so they kind of laughing even more. So I just turned around and I just kept walking off. I just let her. I didn't say anything. So I just kept walking. Now this is probably the worst part out of this all. So, and this is I'm bringing this up to make a point too at the end of the video. Well, as I'm walking, away from it, we stop arguing. So we all walking away from it. So this dude randomly comes out of nowhere, points his finger at me, and starts laughing. Like he's literally pointing his finger in my face, laughing. And he basically started like dramatically laughing. Like he's pointing his finger in my face, like dramatically laughing. Like, I've never seen this dude before. And he was like, ha ha, and basically laughing. And he goes, "Damn, I ain't never saw a man get bitched out like that." He was like, "Hey, bro, get your hands up, bro. Learn how to fight." And then the rest of the guys of the crew, they just started laughing even louder. And so I went and walked home, and one of the other girls, the little sister of the guy that I'm telling you about, of the guy's girlfriend, the little sister, because she used to walk with us, and she was like, "Charles, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I shed a tear too. It really bothered me that bad. I shed a tear behind that shit. I just wouldn't walk off and walk back home. My dumb ass still hung around them a few times after that. But, it was never like, it wasn't really the same. We went to school the next day, and she told, we had to, how they always try to pair people up. She had audacity the girl had audacity to move from me, talking about, "Nah, I don't fuck with him." Bitch, you slapped me in the damn face. What are you talking about? You slapped me in the face and humiliated me in front of everybody. you know. Um, but like 2 days later, I went to the other guy's house, and where she was at, not her boyfriend, the other dude that we used to be with. And she was there, and I was waiting on him to come outside, and she was on the porch. And she called herself talking to me, and I was like kind of like short talking her, like, bitch, what the fuck? What are you talking to me for? Um, but yeah, I think like a few months prior, we was in the classroom and she ran and she told me that I act like a kid and needed to grow up. I forgot what the situation was or what happened. I don't think it was nothing much. That's another shaming tactic I know they use towards men that they have ill feeling towards. They say you act like a child when you don't fit the normal standards of what they think you're supposed to act like. And remember that dude that was mocking me about the fight, that random dude? Well, sometime in 2020, he ended up dying. Somebody ended up killing him. He was like, I guess somebody was shooting at him. And I guess he was running from, trying to run away, and he shot him and caught him and shot him. And he died from that shit. So, yep, fuck nigga told me that I needed to get my hands up. Well, bitch, you should have got your guns up, because now your ass dead. I will say, I understand, why people. I think I'm gonna make another video talking about what I want about to say. But yeah, I just want to share this with y'all. This is something that still bothers me to this day. This is probably the top two or top. It is one of the most. This is the top two most shameful things that ever happened to me in my life before. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. Love y'all. Bye bye.